Howdy y'all, today is going to be the 150th running of the Preakness Stakes out of Baltimore, Maryland. So just 1 year younger than the Kentucky Derby. Been around a long time, obviously. Kentucky Derby, obviously famous for the mint julep. Preakness Stakes, they got an official cocktail of their own, and yes, it's made with whiskey. So let's dive into that. We are going to make, this might give it away here, the Black-Eyed Susan. Okay, so what do you need to make a Black-Eyed Susan? Well, of course you need some whiskey. Now, given that the race is being run out of Baltimore, I'm going to use the Old Line. They are a great distillery right there. This was distilled, aged, and bottled in Baltimore, Maryland. This is the Old Line 51 rye whiskey. Typically, they make a single malt, but this is their lone rye whiskey release. I think it works well with this recipe. I'm also going to need some vodka, believe it or not. I'm using the Stolenaya for this. And we're going to need some peach schnapps as well. The juice of one orange, the juice of one lemon, and a rocks glass with some ice. And that's it. Okay, so let's get rocking and rolling. So the whiskey, I've seen some recipes online that say you don't use whiskey. Those are wrong. Okay, so let's clear that up right quick. We're going to use 2 ounces of the Old Line rye. Again, you could use bourbon on this. You could use rye, whatever floats your boat. I'm going to use this rye that's made in Baltimore for this race being run in Baltimore. 2 ounces of that. And we're going to use 1 ounce of the vodka. Okay. Now, if you read a recipe where it doesn't have vodka in it, that's okay. But don't forget the whiskey. All right. Last but not least, we have the peach schnapps. 1 ounce of this. All right. We're going to add that to a shaker while we work on our fruit. Race should be coming up in a couple hours, 7 o'clock post time. Get your bets in, Don't wait too long. All right, we're going to start with the juice of one orange. Let me ask the camera guy here. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you're glad I'm making the Black-Eyed Susan on Preakness Stakes Day, right?
Sure.
Absolutely. All right, so this one whole orange is going to get you about 3 ounces of orange juice. If you don't want that much, use a half orange. Recipe calls for 2 ounces, so this might be just a little bit more than you need, but I'm going for it, you know, because it's that kind of drink. It's definitely an orange juice influenced drink. This is better than any mimosa you're ever going to have, by the way, for you orange juice lovers. If you want something with orange juice that's going to be better than a mimosa, you're looking at it. You can thank me later. All right, so we got our orange squeezed, and now we're going to work on that lemon. Can you use juice out of a bottle? Of course you can. Will it taste as good as this? Of course it will not. So, you know, do you. I do freshly squeezed juices. You watch my videos all the time. Freshly squeezed juices. It makes a world of difference in your cocktail. If you're making it at home or making it with a bottle, you want to use 1 ounce of the lemon juice. All right, so back to our shaker. We're going to shake all this up. Now, the Black-Eyed Susan is actually the state flower of Maryland, if you didn't know. But it is also natural to New Jersey. So I got one here, and great looking plant. It is a perennial. You plant it in your garden. It'll come back every year. Again, you can thank me later. This is a little early. Some of them haven't bloomed yet, so depending on your season, your weather, you may have to improvise a little bit. Look at that drink. Doesn't that look fabulous? So our last finishing touch here, it's got sort of like this sunrise kind of look to it. The last finishing touch is sort of the Black-Eyed Susan again theme, where you have the flower with the little dot in the center there. We're going to work off of that for our garnish. So we have a slice of orange, and we're just going to stick a cherry right through the middle of that so it resembles the flower here, and then we're just going to stick it right on our glass. There you go, there you have it, the Black-Eyed Susan, the Black-Eyed Susan cocktail. Enjoy the drink, enjoy the race. Take a quick sip. It tastes like a winner. Good luck and enjoy. See you next time here on the Bourbon Cowboy.